Day 25 post-surgery update. So we did do a weigh-in today. I had a mini gain, 0.2 pounds, nothing crazy. Sometimes it makes me a little bit sad when I see the gain, but I remember that I weigh in every 2 or 3 days, and not every day you're gonna lose weight. And some days you're gonna go up a little bit just because something you ate, something you did, something didn't go right. Maybe you couldn't have a bowel movement, right? So everything changes day to day. The biggest thing for day 25 that I have as a takeaway was that I had a really big call today with our dietitian. So this was the call to move us from puree to soft foods, which was really awesome because I kind of got a little bit better idea of what to expect. So a couple things, like in the pureed stage, you basically go from eating a quarter cup of food to half a cup of food, and you want to be able to make sure you're fully doing that and tolerating all the foods that you've been eating prior to moving on. So the good thing for me is that I've been doing that, so I get to move on to the next phase in a couple days. Basically, it's anything soft that's really easy to chew, nothing that is like tough meats, no like fruits with skins and all that kind of stuff. So basically, like right now, what I'm looking at potentially getting is like some chicken that I'll have with different things, where you can use different food preparation methods to make it that it's a little bit softer. Having it with like Greek yogurt or cottage cheese helps to make sure that it goes down better. So I have some plans with that. I have a plan to make a chicken parmesan, which basically is cottage cheese, chicken, pasta sauce, and cheese, and then just mix that all together and heat it up. So I'm really looking forward to that recipe. I am going to make another full-fledged chili, but I'm not going to puree this one. I'm also planning on having, what else are we going to have? Fish. So I'm going to buy some fish fillets and just have fish with either yogurt or some kind of side. The biggest thing too is to make sure you're only trying one new thing at a time. They recommend trying like a tablespoon worth at a time just to make sure you're not going to get dumpings. For anybody who's never heard the word dumpings, this is basically when the food passes through your new stomach too fast, and it can make you very sick, nauseated, dizzy, vomit, diarrhea, all the things. So it's really important that you're not doing that, as well as not drinking water too close to eating for the exact same reasons. So they recommend not drinking water half an hour before or half an hour after. So yeah, biggest takeaway is just make sure that you're handling your previous phases. Make sure you're paying attention to signs of dumping. Try not to introduce more than one new food at a time. This way, if you do have an aversion, aversions are very common. So if you do have an aversion, you know what it is and you can avoid it. And if you do end up with aversions, they suggest waiting 2 to 3 weeks before moving on to the next food, or before trying it again, I should say. So those are a lot of the biggest takeaways. Really with this next stage, it's kind of anything you can cut up with a fork is pretty safe. Just anything soft, and then when you do start eating it, when you put it in your mouth, like what they always recommend, chewing 20 to 30 chews per bite. So making sure you're doing that to the point that it's basically a puree in your mouth, and then when it's going down, it's really soft anyway. So really looking forward to that. We're getting very close to getting to enjoy that. And otherwise, I think that's it for day 25. So come back tomorrow for day 26. Throw your questions in the comments, and make sure to like and subscribe for the next one. Okay? Until then, bye guys.